I thought I'd get some help with this question. Why do a triathlon?
So, why do I do triathlon? There's 3 sports to keep it fresh and interesting, and it's great for building mental resilience, which you can transfer to your personal life.
Why do I triathlon? Because I get to see views like this out on my training runs.
I love triathlon for the variety of the different sports. If you get bored of one sport, you just switch to another.
The opportunity to race on the bike and in a run during the same events. I also really enjoy the travelling aspect and being able to compete in races all around the world of varying distances. And thirdly, of course, winning the medal and the sense of achievement that comes with that when you cross the finish line.
Now, if those guys haven't convinced you that a triathlon is the event for you, well, please pause for a moment and watch this video, because I reckon we can sway you.
Yeah, we do this job because we love triathlon and we love sharing all the great things about triathlon. So watch along as we share all the wonderful reasons for doing a triathlon, starting with community.
Triathlon may be an individual sport, but it's certainly a team effort to get you to that start line. From friends and family, coaches, clubs, training venues like this, online forums, even your local bike shop. And I might be slightly biased, but it's actually the people you meet when doing a new sport that adds to that experience. And there's obviously a huge amount to learn when it comes to triathlon, and here at GTN we can hopefully give you a lot of that knowledge. But going along and meeting triathletes, listening to them, watching them train and just picking up tips and tricks, you will certainly feed off their enthusiasm. And from the outside, triathletes can look a slightly odd bunch with all their lycra and kit, but you'll soon find out that everyone is super friendly and just wants to share their knowledge and hear about your goals and help you towards them. And if you have the opportunity to join a triathlon club, or even each of the individual sports, joining a club there will seriously ramp up your rate of progression and your enjoyment levels. Suddenly, hours of swimming, biking or running that used to feel like a bit of a solo slog will end up being fun and something you look forward to. And if time is limited and you can't actually go physically to a club and join others, then look for online platforms such as Facebook groups or other teams that you can at least be part of a community, gain knowledge, and maybe even find some good bargains on some second-hand kit.
Triathlon can be a pretty daunting prospect. Doing 3 sports, some of which might be new to you, can really scare you, but don't let that put you off. The scariest things are also the most rewarding. Triathlon demands respect, but that adds to the motivation to keep you pushing on and training hard. When you get to that finish line, the harder the journey to get there, the more rewarding the finish line is going to be. Trust me on this, it'll be 100% worth it.
One of the biggest pull factors into triathlon is that fitness journey, and no matter where you're starting from, having a goal and the necessary structure in place to reach it is going to mean you'll see a significant improvement in your fitness. And it's not one-dimensional. Yes, obviously the physical aspect is the obvious part, but you've got the mental health benefits as well that you get from exercise and the aforementioned community part. And the variety in training for triathlon can really help you speed up that fitness trajectory. If you think about all the different muscle groups you're using, you've got running with its weight-bearing properties, cycling with a power aspect but no impact, and then the full body workout with swimming. So you'll naturally become a well-rounded athlete. And you've also got the cardiovascular aspect, so the work that your heart and lungs do, and this has been proven to even increase life expectancy and potentially leave you feeling more energized. Although I feel there's a small asterisk here. Maybe not at the end of your long, hard bike ride, but I think you get my point.
All this extra fitness and training requires you to be fueled well. Yes, when you're doing triathlon, you need to eat more. I know eating food shouldn't be a reason for doing triathlon, but when you like food as much as we do, it's a pretty good reason to keep going.
Yeah, we are on the whole talking about healthy food, but of course sprinkled with some nice treats. Now, with the amount of training you're going to be doing, you will naturally need to increase your calorie intake, and you'll probably find that you can have a few more of the things you maybe used to have to avoid beforehand. So yeah, it's just another good reason to do a triathlon, isn't it?
Triathlon comes in so many varieties. You can go from super sprint all the way up to iron distance, or even longer if you want to. There's road, there's off-road, there's pool swims, there's sea swims, there's team events, there's relays, the list goes on.
Yeah, and then you want to think about the distance you want to travel to that event. Do you want to keep it super simple and local and just find the closest, most low-key triathlon? Or you could go to the other extreme and go for a foreign destination, even combine it as part of a holiday.
Yeah, as far as distance of the triathlon goes, well, this comes back to doing something that challenges you and scares you a little bit, puts you out of your comfort zone. You can go super sprint and try and go as fast as possible, or you can be more challenged by endurance and going something really long that challenges your endurance.
Yeah, and talking of challenge, you might want to opt to do a gravel triathlon or even a triathlon that has mountain biking in it. Alternatively, for your first one, you might want to keep it super simple, and therefore I'd suggest opting for a pool swim and a cycle that's on closed roads. I'd almost forgotten to include the biggest pull factor for doing a triathlon. Once you've completed a triathlon, you can call yourself a triathlete.
Well, if you're yet to bite the bullet, but you're thinking of doing a triathlon, let us know what's pulled you into triathlon. And if you're already a converted big fan of triathlon and done a few yourself, let us know how you got started and what you pulled into it in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you've enjoyed it and subscribe to GTN for all of our triathlon content.